Welcome to this new video of mine. I hope this will reach a broader audience and actually bring people to think about their ways and think about the development which I personally have witnessed in FPS games recently, and it's been creeping over the years. That's the retardation of skill in FPS games. What do I mean by that? It's people trying to find a substitute for skill, and that being more and more overpowered weapons, glitches, basically to get anything that provides you a tactical advantage. Even at the most extreme point, it's cheats. And I'm not trying to call everyone a cheater, but the amount of cheaters has definitely increased, the percentage of cheaters has definitely increased, and the ease of use also has definitely increased. I've watched some documentaries into the topic, and I have acquired information about it which is rather concerning, which I won't be sharing in this video since that would not be the core topic of the video. So I'm talking here about legit players. First, let's get my qualifications out of the way. I am a FPS veteran, basically. I've played multiple games of the Call of Duty installment like Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. I've played the old school Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Ghosts. I think I've played Titanfall 1 and 2, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield Bad Company 2. Then I've also played Battlefield 3, 4, 5, and 1. In all of the titles, I have at least 100 hours. There are also some other free-to-play shooters I've played. For example, like Skill 2, which has been shut down now for years, Warface, Warframe, you name it, I pretty much played it, except for the newer Battlefield titles like 2042 and Battlefield 6, since I don't really see any value in them. They have their own issues with, for example, vehicle gameplay, but I digress. In the Battlefield installment, Titanfall installments, I have thousands of hours in most of the games, so you know I'm not, let's say, an unqualified pleb talking about the issues which FPS gaming is facing here. So what do I mean with the retardation of skill? Now, I will be using my experience in Battlefield 4 Hardcore since it's the most recent now. I've seen a lot of players using pretty much a clutch loadout, and that being, for example, the AK-971, the FAMAS, or the F2000. Rarely I see them using nearly anything else. I look at their stats, and these three weapons are like the only weapons they played. Sometimes it's I see people with like 100,000 kills on the AK-971, and most of the weapons they didn't even get to 100 kills. Like literally 99.99999% of their kills are on the AK, which shows me that they are completely clueless about the in-game balance, and when I tell them they're just some crutch user, they basically cope and deflect. And what I think in their mindset, this is completely okay, because they have no frame of reference, they have no measurement in which to compare the AK to any of the other primaries, which are very rarely used, like for example the AR-160, extremely rarely used, the QBZ-95-1, extremely rarely used, CZ-805, same, M16A4, same issue, SAR-21, same. You see the Bulldog every now and then. The S-23 is the definition of an 8-year gun, but I digress. And like 99% of the time, these people use the Shorty 12G because it's a shotgun secondary, or the Glock 18C, which really paints the picture that they can't aim at all, which is also reinforced by the fact that 99% of them run the M320HE. And usually when I have a firefight with them, the longer the range, the less likely they are to win, and the more likely they are to use the M320. If I have won like one or two firefights against them, they don't even peak without the M320. They just peak for a fraction of a second and shoot out the M320. And the problem is with this that in Battlefield Full Hardcore, I don't know whether it's a bug or it's actually intentional game design that the damage fall off of the M320 doesn't really exist, meaning it's very binary. When you're inside the blast radius, you're one shot. Doesn't matter if you're at the very edge of it or in the center of it, you're one shot. Or you get completely missed. And the thing is, I know this one for sure, there's a bug that if the M320 misses you, that you still can get killed. So basically, what can happen is when you fire the M320, you don't have like a sphere on the impact. You basically have a cylinder along the path the projectile has been traveling, and that cylinder is like extremely huge, and there's nothing really you can do against that, since it's a bug. And they know this bug exists. They don't give a crap about it, and they keep coming up with these dog shit coping mechanisms, like telling you, yeah, it's against camping, against spawn camping and so on. I've been spawn camped with M320 so many times, it's literally worse than sniper rifles. Because a sniper can miss and you live. With this thing, you can miss by like 30 meters and still get a one-shot kill. It is ridiculous. I know it doesn't really have a optical sight on it, but it doesn't really matter. The point still being is it requires no skill and is actually a compensation method. Basically, what you're basically saying when you use the M320 is what you're saying is, I didn't manage to hit you. I suck that much, but I don't deserve the kill, but I still want it. I want it so extremely badly that I'm going to use a tool which is basically like straight up stealing the kill or stealing the life without having like any qualification for it. And you see these people never running around with a defibrillator. Because why should they? They completely focus on themselves, so they run with a first aid pack or a medic pack, and the second is just going to be an M320. And this completely egocentric perspective is just killing this game. And this isn't the only issue. There are also people like jumping and air strafing, which at this point, when you're like changing direction, in which you're jumping mid-air like 3 times, that's no longer a jump. You're literally flying at this point. And I know this is a bug. I know there's a glitch. But it takes you out of the immersion of the game and takes you out of the, let's say, realm of fun. And this is like the normal stuff. Then you have this Vuzu Zuzu shit, where people like say, actually it's a Vuzu, actually it's a Zuzu. I don't fucking care how you call it. It's literally iframes in an FPS shooter. It doesn't fucking matter. What they're doing is basically jumping, turning, and quickly aiming into the side of the gun, which triggers an animation which has no corresponding like hitbox setting, which glitches their hitbox under the floor for a brief amount of time, meaning they have temporary god mode. Unless they're like standing on some elevated terrain, which under them is also like air. like for example, like they stand on the helipad on Operation Locker, but very specific example, but those who don't know. And there are also glitches in other games. For example, some people will remember this, but back in the days in Fortnite there was a glitch where you could actually bug yourself under the map. This glitch was unpatched for like about a month. And I saw people doing this consistently. There were tutorials on YouTube and everything. None of the people were getting banned and stuff. I did it myself like once or twice to test it out. And then I knew it wasn't a game. I didn't use it. That was like 2018 or so, around that time. And I didn't want to play the game anymore because I knew like every single match I had there is going to be some cunt under the map, and you're not going to be able to kill him. Meanwhile, he can just shoot through the floor and kill you. And this just readiness to violate the rules. And I'm not like here talking about the Battlefield 4 server admin corruption. That's like a whole different ordeal. And this isn't also an issue with Battlefield 4, like if you have private servers or community run servers. They're going to be corrupt admins. That's how it happens. It always does. It does in Minecraft, it does in Battlefield, it does in Armor. It's literally every single game with community run servers I've run into admins which are corrupt. Like every single time. It's a matter of time. Most of the time I didn't even do anything that's worth banning. In Armor 3, I'm literally banned on nearly every single Altis Live server. Did I cheat? No. Did I do anything out of the ordinary or so, which is like, for example, a crime? No. Most of the time I got banned for the most random shit ever. And my friend, who was like 5 meters beside me, aided me and stuff and had fun with me, he didn't get banned a single time. I'm not here to complain about this. And I notice I digress from the topic again, but the core issue is still, we have replaced skill in video games with just crutches. Because it's always about winning. Think back to Titanfall 2. There was basically no reward for winning. It didn't really matter if whether you won or lost. What really mattered, did you have fun? And that's what video games are for. It's not about grinding or so. I know it feels satisfying after the long grind to finally reach the thing you have been grinding for, and you say to yourself, now I can have fun, now I can play however I want. But then you realize, I don't really want to play this game anymore. I've busted my balls so fucking hard to get to this point that I'm completely exhausted with this game and don't want to play it anymore. You ruin it for yourself, and you ruin it for other people. And this is game design. So the player is not alone at fault here. It's the developers who make these shitty ass balances to encourage grinding, encourage this toxic ass behavior. And here's the solution to it. Make a game fun, make it balanced, make it fair, make it respect your time. You know what's a better game now? Valheim. I don't even fucking care about Minecraft anymore, for example. This is going to be like the next video. I'm going to talk about like Minecraft's core issues. But seriously, think about it. If you value your time, you're not going to play against cheaters or people who are just going to be jackasses who use iframes in a fucking FPS shooter. All you want to do is just throw on the battlefield, have some fun, and turn it off when you have to go. I mean, everyone got shit to do nowadays. Please don't be an asshole. Please don't be a meta sweat or be like a meta slave. Those people are basically enslaved in their mind to their fucking crotch playstyles. And you see, like, I've seen a guy hit like a 5 KD or so on this one server when he's playing like an ultra sweat lord with his meta loaded, and next day I saw him going like 1 in 20 on the next server because he was using an average loadout. I couldn't trust my eyes. I really thought I was saying things. He was 1 in 20. He was so incredibly bad that I actually thought he might have been hacking in the first place, but he wasn't. The gun was carrying him. And you see that all the time when people are just garbage in all actuality, but used to this one playstyle. And when Battlefield 4 is going to be shut down, they will move on to a new game, and they will look for the playstyle they have been enjoying before, and when they don't find it, they're going to be angry, they're going to be pissed, and then we'll move on and move on and move on and just keep hopping, or maybe at some point they will give up, and their entire struggle, their entire Battlefield career will be been for nothing, because they didn't learn anything. They just learned how to use one gun, one secondary, and a grenade launcher, which is practically an orbital strike cannon. So, please, be a decent guy, vary your playstyles, you'll learn more, you become a better player. And it's not that I'm a bad player. I've mastered the assault rifles, carbines, and LMGs and so on in Battlefield 4, meaning I've got 500 kills with all of these weapons. I don't play very consistently Battlefield 4, I switch between a lot of shooters, but I still put time into this game. And on every weapon I have at least every attachment unlocked, every single one. So you can't really tell me, yeah, you're not putting enough time in the game, you're just not good enough. Yeah, that's why I can top score with weapons which go entirely against my playstyle. Yeah. Anyway, let this video be a lesson to you. Hopefully you think about yourself, your teammates, your enemies, your playstyle, whether it's actually worth playing this way.